have any meaning, minus 0.00, correct? Or this 40 plus 0.02, because 40 plus 0.01 it also comes under plus 0.02. Am I right? Okay, so this particular thing we will discuss in detail later on. Okay, that's why we are giving the two limits or two particular tolerances. These are also called as the limits. Okay, so although it is a tolerance, but tolerance is on the either on the one side or on the other side or on the both the sides. Okay, so if you are having a tolerance only on the one side, either it is the positive or maybe negative. So as you can see the first example, both the tolerances are on the positive side. Here only on the positive side. So minus 0.00, it means that it doesn't have any impact. It means that the basic size is again 40. Okay, so here minus minus is just similar to this one. Okay, it means that only on the one side, that is on the decrement side. Here again only on the minus side, this plus 0.00 doesn't have any impact. Okay, so this whenever we are giving the tolerances only on the one side, that is called as, that is comes under the unilateral tolerance. And what is the bilateral? Obviously whenever we are giving the tolerance on both the sides, that is on the positive side as well as on the negative side. So 40 plus or minus 0.02. So it means that the allowance is 40.02 or 39.98. Okay, so if you say that the lower limit, the difference between lower limit and higher limit is 0.04. That is plus 0.04 on the higher side and 0.02 on the lower side. So similarly over here you can see that it can be different. Okay, not necessary that it will be plus or minus 0.02, 0.07, 0.08. Sometimes on the positive side it can have we can have a larger tolerance, and on the negative side, negative in the sense on the lower side, we can have some different tolerance. Okay, so when we have a tolerance on both the sides, okay, increment as well as decrement, that comes under the bilateral tolerance. This is the second part. Okay, third classification. Before that, can you identify the first, whether it is unilateral or bilateral? First figure. Unilateral, obviously on the lower dimension, tolerance is given on the lower side. As this particular section lines, okay, these lines, section lines shows the allowance, okay, or a tolerance, right? What is the difference between allowance and tolerance? हमने discuss किया था last lecture में.
Allowance is both upper and lower limit. Tolerance can be anyone.
No.
Basic
Basic difference. Don't forget about this particular part, negative and positive.
टॉलरेंस असेंबली के लिए होता है और अलाउंस कोई वन पार्ट के लिए होता है, मतलब
acceptance threshold.
weight of that
Distance between upper and lower, that is exactly the same he is trying to say. Okay. Allowance is the gap, or we can say allowance is a particular, it is the same answer. Allowance is the distance between the lower limit and higher limit, that is correct. But allowance is intentionally kept. Okay, tolerance is generally provided during the manufacturing process. Okay, so allowance is not for the manufacturing. Okay, allowance is a distance which is intentionally kept. Okay, intentionally distance which is kept is called as the allowance, while tolerance is during the manufacturing process. Okay, we can have a particular possibility that the dimension might get increased by this particular point or might get reduced by this particular amount. That is here tolerance. Okay, so tolerance is provided during the manufacturing process, but allowance is a particular distance, okay, which is intentionally kept. Okay, so that is the particular difference between allowance and tolerance. Okay, the same. What is the opposite of allowance? Opposite
Restricted.
of allowance.
Restricted.
अगर सपोज आपका गैप है दो पर्टिकुलर पार्ट्स में, if they are intersecting with each other, what do you call?
Overlap.
Overlap आप कह सकते हो. One more, एक और word है इसमें.
Exceed. Exceed.
We intercept, we can say, okay, where one part will fix with the other part. It will not not exactly go into the second part, but one flap will overlap or it will intersect with the other part. Not the exact, oversize. Okay, oversize. Okay, just suppose the example of a piston and cylinder assembly, where piston, the outside diameter of the piston is more than the inside diameter of the cylinder. So that particular case is obviously opposite to that of the allowance, where we are intentionally keeping the more diameter of the piston so that it should not go inside the cylinder. So in such kind of assemblies, okay, we are intentionally keeping the higher distances so that it will not go inside the cylinder. Okay, so that is exactly opposite to the allowance, and that distance is again intersect. Mostly it is called intersect or overlap.
4 feet. It is we call it 4 feet.
Yes, you can. Yes, correct. 4 feet you can also call it as. So it is also a distance which is intentionally kept so that it will not go inside the piston will not go inside the cylinder. Right? So such kind of things. So allowance and that particular intersect or overlap, okay, these kind of things are intentionally kept. The distances between the lower limit and higher limit are intentionally kept. But that is not the case for the tolerance. Okay? So tolerance is provided to facilitate the manufacturing process. Okay? Within the manufacturing process, we already discussed there are multiple errors. There are multiple possibilities that multiple results due to which we can have certain changes in the dimensions. Okay? So that is not intentional. Tolerances are not intentional. Okay? They are provided to facilitate the manufacturing process. So this is obviously your unilateral. This is also unilateral. Okay, and this is bilateral. As you can see that this is the center line. So oversize as well as undersize. Here you can see tolerance only on one side, that is oversize. Tolerance on the lower side, that is undersize. Okay. Now the third part is the compound. Okay, so the word suggests that combination of these multiple parts. Okay, not the both. This combination of multiple things. Okay, so it can be obviously the particular, instead of degree this should be mm. Okay, so 20 mm plus or minus 0.1 mm, 40 mm plus or minus 0.02 mm means we are giving tolerance to this particular length, tolerance to this particular height, tolerance to the angle as well, 60 degree plus or minus 2 degree. Okay, and by providing the tolerance to these three particular dimension, okay, here is the R. Okay, that is we need to calculate the dimension for the R. Okay, so here we will get the dimension of R on the basis of these three dimensions. Ultimately, what will happen? Okay, if we are giving the tolerances for the three dimension, okay, then the tolerance for the R will be very large. Okay, because tolerance of this distance will get added, tolerance of this particular distance will get added, and tolerance of this particular angle. Because of that, again this height might change. Okay, so again that will get added. So these particular compound tolerances should be avoided as far as possible, so that we can give the tolerances to these individual parts. Okay, so combination of the multiple, okay, whether it is linear with the length as well as the angular. Okay, so define it separately. It should not provide the tolerance like this. It should be minimized because ultimately it will add the tolerances of other three dimensions and the overall tolerance will be very high. Okay, we will see the example as well for this. Now the last one is the geometric tolerance. Okay, so geometric, right now we discuss about the bilateral, unilateral, and the third one is compound. Okay, which consists of only the dimensions. But apart from measurement of the dimension, we are having some more terms like circularity, taperness. Okay, suppose if you are manufacturing the cylinder, okay, in the cylinder, during the manufacturing of the cylinder, suppose we take any particular example, as in that this is a cylinder. Okay, so we measure obviously the diameter as well as the length. Okay, these are the two particular dimensions which we measure. But along with the diameter, okay, we also need to measure the circularity, whether it is exactly circular or not. Okay, during the machining process, that is one of the main characteristics. Okay, क्या discussion चल रहा है? जल्दी पूरी class में. The in case of cylinder, okay, we are having suppose the diameter as well as the overall length. Correct? So along with that, there are certain geometrical tolerance also which we need to consider, like the taper part, okay, maybe the chamfer, maybe the radius, or maybe the circularity, okay, maybe the symmetry, it can be concentricity, okay. So these particular shape, okay, for which we provide the tolerance, okay, those comes under the geometric tolerances, okay. So accuracy in geometric features is also important, like the circularity, if you consider the cylindrical part, as well as the taper, okay. So you will perform multiple lathe machine operation, milling machine operations, okay, in your next year. Okay, that time we also need to check the circularity, you need to check the taperness, okay. That part will come. So example over here is the shaft, that is the roundness and the straightness. Roundness in the sense again circularity, okay. You know, any particular equipment which is used to measure the circularity of the object. Suppose you are doing here performing a drilling operation, okay. Whenever you will observe the drill hole, okay, as the naked eye you will see that it is perfectly drilled, it means it is circular. But when you measure it on the microscope or maybe on the SEM or maybe on the third machine, this is more appropriate to measure the circularity. That is called as CMM. Have you heard about this? CMM. No one knows the full form.
curvature.
CMM. इसने सुना हुआ है नाम? नहीं, वो
Coordinate measuring.
very good. Coordinate measuring machine, okay, which is the more accurate machine which is used to measure the circularity, right? So likewise we can measure the multiple other parameters. The taper part we can also measure by using the CMM, okay. So these geometrical features, okay, which we require, okay, obviously they should be also be provided the tolerance, and this comes under the geometric tolerance. So it is defined as the total amount that the dimension of a manufactured part can vary. In some cases, okay, suppose if you don't have a sufficient equipment, okay, then the weight can also be measured. Suppose a weight of a cylinder, if you want to check the cylindricity and we don't have a proper equipment, okay, then by calculating the volume, so we know the length, we know the diameter, okay. If suppose on the basis of that we will calculate the weight, we know the density obviously of the object, what it may be the metal part, okay. On the basis of that we will calculate the weight and we will measure the weight of the sample. If it is lower, it means that it is taperness is on the undersize, okay. If the weight is higher than the calculated one, then obviously it is taper one on the oversized. Are you getting my point? Okay, so that can also be done, but you will get that whether we are having a taper or not, okay, whether it is undersize or whether it is oversize. But at what point, for that purpose obviously we require a equipment, right? So this is your geometric tolerance. So geometric dimensioning and tolerancing is a method of defining parts based on how they function using the standard symbol. So we are having standard symbols for the geometric tolerances. Okay, we will define all those particular things. Before that, the geometric tolerances are divided into three categories. We are having four categories for the tolerances. The first one is unilateral, bilateral, compound, and geometric. And for the last part, that is geometric, we are having three subtypes. First one is the form tolerance, second one is the orientation, and third one is the position. And the first suggests that form tolerance, that is the straightness, circularity, flatness, and the cylindricity. Okay, these kind of geometrical features comes under the form tolerance. The form tolerances are a group of geometric tolerances applied to the individual features. Okay, it means that they are not dependent on each other. They are independent features. It means straightness and circularity are obviously independent. Flatness, cylindricity, means all these particular geometrical features are independent features. We will measure independently. Okay. Geometric feature of one will not affect the geometric feature of the other. Right? This is the form. Second one is the orientation tolerance. Okay. So the orientation tolerance is nothing but the perpendicularity. Okay. Suppose we are having a square or maybe rectangle, particular surfaces, two surfaces, okay, which are parallel to each other, to take the parallel perpendicularity, parallelism, or angularity. So these particular forms comes under the orientational features, right? And the last one is the positional tolerances. So symmetry or concentricity. If you are having two concentric parts, okay. So to check the concentricity, if you are having a symmetrical object, to check the symmetry, that is the dimensional on both the sides of the symmetrical products. For such kind of tolerances part, we are having the positional tolerances. Okay, so these are the three forms. Now we are having a different symbols which are used for the geometric tolerances. Okay, and we are having a particular method. This method is generally followed. Okay, so unlike the unilateral, bilateral, and compound, okay, geometric tolerance which is largely used, okay, if you are having any particular product, okay, so that particular product, if it is having any particular geometric feature, then obviously we need to provide a particular form, okay, that is what is the particular geometric feature which we are checking, okay, as the first box, okay, is the symbol of that geometrical feature. The first box is the symbol which is used for that particular feature. As you can see that these are the two concentric circles. It means that the concentricity. Okay. Second is obviously concentricity. It means that this is the particular. As you can see, this is the you can see the front view. Okay, of the two cylindrical object. Okay. So this is your first cylinder. Okay, diameter of the first cylinder is the diameter of the second cylinder. Okay, this is obviously the dimensional tolerances between the two cylinders. Okay, that is dimensional tolerance is diameter 0.01. So if it is not mentioned plus or minus, it means that it is on both the sides. The allowance is on the both the sides. Okay, tolerance is on both the sides. Diameter plus or minus 0.01. And the last one is about the datum. The x means x will be defined over here. If we are having 3-4 datums, okay, we are having big assembly, and in that big assembly we are having 3 to 4 different geometrical features, and we need to define. Obviously, we will use different symbols, either A1, A2, A3, A4, like X1, X2, X3, X4, or maybe A, B, C, D, or maybe X, Y, Z, likewise. Okay, so the last one defines the datum. Okay, what is the reference point to measure the concentration? Okay, so this is the particular box which is generally used in the industries. Okay, whenever we will see the examples now onwards, okay, that particular thing, whenever we are having a geometrical feature, okay, that will be defined by using these three boxes. Clear? Now these are the particular symbols. The first is indicate the form tolerance, like the straightness. Okay, straightness means the two-dimensional. Circularity, to check the circularity, the flatness. These are the symbols. Okay, obviously, no need to remember the symbols. We are having generally a handbook, design handbook, okay, which is obviously provided in the industries. Okay, we will provide the symbols in the question paper as well. Okay, but generally we know all the symbols. So these are the familiar one. Okay, cylindricity. This is the two inclined lines. Okay, and the cylindrical part. Then the profile of a line, a single profile of a surface, okay, like this. So all these comes under the form tolerance. I don't think कि इसमें definition की explain करने की जरूरत है, right? The second is the orientational tolerance, which is the perpendicularity, parallelism, as well as the angularity. So these are the three classifications in the orientational tolerance, and the third one is the obviously positional tolerance. Okay, so in the positional tolerance, we will define about the position, symmetry, as well as the concentricity. The example which we discussed, okay, that has the concentricity. You can see the symbol. Symmetry, you can use the center line and the two symmetrical parts. Okay, symmetry use करने के लिए कौन सी line use करते हैं? Center. Okay, so center line is you must have studied obviously in the engineering graphics. Okay, we are using the center line. If horizontal, we are having a horizontal center line, means objects are symmetrical on the top and the bottom. If we are having vertical center line, objects are symmetrical on the right and left. Suppose we are having a large assembly. Inside a large assembly, obviously suppose if the entire assembly is not symmetrical, okay, and only a particular section of the entire assembly is symmetrical, we will provide the center line only for that specific section, right? So we can use the center line for a specific section which are symmetrical with each other. And last one is the runout. Okay, circular runout, total runout. We will discuss this whenever we will have a discussion about go and no gauges, go gauges and no go gauges. आपके ट्रिपल एम में अभी कौन से प्रैक्टिकल्स परफॉर्म हुए हैं?
सर अभी तक हमने वो किया है, अलग अलग इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स को अलग अलग लोकेशंस पर किया, वर्नियर एंड स्टेज किया एंड पहला तो इंट्रोडक्शन था और
उनका वो प्राइमरी
और फोर्थ कल है।
अच्छा, इट मींस इसका अभी तक कुछ हुआ नहीं है, वो लिमिट फिट टॉलरेंस का।
हाँ, और एक वो नोट किया था।
अच्छा, डायमेंशनिंग वाला,
मैग्नेटिक है, फिर यूवी के
ओके, वो आएगा, वो इसका वो सेकंड चैप्टर है हमारे यूनिट 2 का। ओके, मेजरमेंट ऑफ फोर्सेस एंड ऑल द थिंग्स, प्रेशर, फोर्सेस, स्ट्रेन एंड ऑल द सॉरी नहीं, ये लास्ट लेक्चर है थ्योरी का। ओके, इसके बाद जो भी हम वंस वी डिस्कस अबाउट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फीड, ओके, होल बेसिस सिस्टम, शाफ्ट बेसिस सिस्टम, ओके, तो पूरा एंटायर यूनिट जो है यूनिट 2 का मैक्सिमम पार्ट इज द न्यूमेरिकल पार्ट ऑफ यूनिट 2। ओके, तो ये बस टू अंडरस्टैंड सर्टेन बेसिक स्टेप्स, ओके, इसलिए ये टर्मिनोलॉजीज है, बाकी इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होगा ऑब्वियसली न्यूमेरिकल। नाउ लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल। ओके, let's see this is the part A, part B, part C. You can see the length for part A is LA, LB and LC, and you can see the tolerances for LA, LB and LC. Okay, so you need to calculate the overall length by considering the basic, okay, means without considering the tolerances and with the consideration of the tolerances. What will be the basic size? Means total L 16, obviously 16. Okay, now with the tolerance, can you tell me?
0.02 and minus
Only that?
ऐड हो जाएगा।
ऐड होगा, क्योंकि इसका टॉलरेंस कितना है? आप -0.0 60 प्लस 0.06 माइनस 0.03. Okay, you need to add the tolerances on the plus side. You need to add the tolerances on the minus side as well.
एंगल वाला भी सीधा
नहीं, इसमें जो मल्टीपल ये जो सीजन थी, ओके, ये सपोज आपको आर डिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट करना है, ओके, तो ये पर्टिकुलर पार्ट मैन्युफैक्चर इन द सेंस कि ये पर्टिकुलर फैब्रिकेशन करना है आपको, ये ज्योमेट्री, ओके, तो उसके लिए फैब्रिकेट पहले यहाँ से कुछ मशीनिंग करनी होगी, ओके, यहाँ से मशीनिंग करनी होगी, उसके बाद यहाँ से भी मशीनिंग करनी होगी। तो जब आप ये मशीनिंग करोगे तो उसके लिए ये 0.1 mm का टॉलरेंस दिया हुआ है, ये मशीनिंग करोगे तब टॉलरेंस दिया हुआ है। उसके बाद ये जब पेपर मशीनिंग करोगे तो पेपर मशीनिंग के लिए ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे 60 डिग्री एंगल होना चाहिए, तो उसके लिए भी टॉलरेंस दिया हुआ है। तो इसके जब टॉलरेंस आप करोगे उसके बाद आर का डायमेंशन होगा, तो ऑब्वियस है कि सब डायमेंशन जब आप मल्टीपल टॉलरेंस ऐड करते हो तो अल्टीमेटली इसका डायमेंशन वैरी होगा बहुत ज़्यादा। ओके, तो ये कंपाउंड का एग्जांपल बता देते हैं। सिमिलर एग्जांपल इन लाइन विद दिस, ये जो डिस्कस कर रहे हैं वो सेम ही है। जब तीनों पार्ट का आप ऐड करोगे, ओके, इफ यू आर फैब्रिकेटिंग ऑल द 3 पार्ट्स एट द सेम टाइम, ओके, देन ऑब्वियसली दिस इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड separately and separately, so you need to add the tolerances separately, okay, but obviously when you add it will be too much, okay, that is instead of 0.02 it will become now 0.06 because you have added the tolerances for the 3 particular parts on the plus side as well as on the negative side, okay, so that particular tolerance limit will be very high. Initially it is 0.03, okay, now it has become 0.09, okay, when you combine all the 3 particular parts, okay, but obviously it is undesirable, so we need to avoid this. Instead of 0.03 it has become 0.09 because we have combined 3 parts. So to avoid this we need to consider progressive dimensioning, okay, by taking any one common reference line. Now how to do that? Again, that we will discuss in the gauges, okay, whole basis system and shaft basis system.
सर तो मतलब ये प्रोग्रेसिव डायमेंशनिंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के वक्त ही
Obviously, we are considering these tolerances during the manufacturing. Okay, so that will also comes during the manufacturing stage. Okay, we need to consider the practical scenario. Okay, by considering the practical situation, this should be the tolerance. If you consider all three individuals. Okay, but if you consider the progressive dimensioning by considering any common reference line. Okay, वो और एक टॉपिक था आपके दूसरे ग्राफिक इजी में हाँ that chain dimensioning, parallel dimensioning. Okay, so chain dimensioning separate dimensions देते हो आप. Okay, and obviously separate dimension में separate tolerance आएगा and parallel dimensioning. Okay, एक chain dimensioning, parallel dimensioning by using only one reference line. Okay, so that parallel is nothing but it is progressive dimensioning. Okay, so we'll do the fabrication accordingly. Okay, so this part we'll discuss. Now the last part for this section is the maximum and minimal metal conditions. Now this particular maximum and the minimal metal conditions are mostly used for the shaft and the hole assembly. Whenever we are having two mating parts, okay, or you can consider piston cylinder assembly. Okay, so it is the same shaft and hole assembly. It means that shaft is your obviously piston and hole is obviously your cylinder. Okay, hollow cylinder, right? So this particular maximum metal condition and minimal metal condition is used during the mating parts, two mating parts. Whenever we are fabricating two mating parts, for example, piston and cylinder. Okay, so we are having two conditions: maximum metal condition, which is denoted by MMS, and we are having minimal metal condition. Minimal you can also call as the least. Okay, so either use, because we cannot use the minimal because the symbol will remain the same, MMS. That's why instead of minimum we are using least. Okay, so the symbol or the short form for the least metal condition, least metal limit is LMN. Okay, so now we'll discuss both the things. So consider a shaft. Now we are taking the example of a shaft. Now the dimension of the shaft is 50, basic size is 50, and the tolerance is plus or minus 0.05 mm. Okay, so can you tell me what is the maximum
50.05
metal condition? 50.05. And on the lower side 49.95. Okay, so if we are having 50 point, now consider the example of a shaft. If we are having 50.05, will that give you the maximum metal or the minimal metal? Maximum obviously, because shaft, okay, we are considering on the higher side, so 50.05 will give you the maximum metal condition. Okay, maximum metal limit. Right, so 50.05 is mml and 49.95 is your minimum. Okay, that is minimal metal limit. Okay, so 49.95. So this is clear. The mml is obviously 50.05 whenever you are manufacturing the shaft, and 49.95 is for the hole. Sorry, is for the lower least. Okay. Now instead of shaft, let us consider the second example of a hole, manufacturing of a hole, and which is also having a basic size of 50 and the same tolerance plus or minus 0.05. Okay. So now suppose if we are considering the maximum criteria, maximum tolerance criteria, that is 50.05 on the higher side. So will that be a condition of maximum metal or minimal metal? 50.05. अगर एक होल मैन्युफैक्चर हुआ है आपका with the inside diameter of 50.05 minimum obviously. Okay, क्योंकि उतना ज़्यादा आपका metal cut होगा. अगर inside diameter increase हो रहा है तो obviously metal condition will be the least one. Okay, so that 50.05 is the minimum metal limit. And if you manufacture it with 49.95, that is on the lower tolerance limit, 49.95. It means that the inside diameter is 49.95. It means that we will be having more metal on the hole. Okay, so that lower dimensioning of the hole will become our maximum metal limit. Okay, so obviously both are opposite to each other. So this will become here 49.95. It will become maximum metal limit because it is for we are doing it for the hole, and this is for the obviously for the lower. Now let us identify these things over here with the help of this figure. So this is for the hole obviously, and this one which is on the lower side. So obviously we are having more metal when you consider it on the lower side, and we are having the least metal when you consider the hole on the higher side, because of the more metal which will be removed, then only you will get the maximum diameter. While on the other shaft we can see this is the symbol for the shaft. Everyone must be aware about this symbol, right? ये पता है? ये symbol जहाँ भी आपको दिखेगा, नहीं, वो ब्रेक लाइन अलग है. Yes, it is a circular object. This symbol is the symbol of a shaft. आपको कहीं पे भी दिखे throughout the subject या कोई भी subject हो, this is the symbol for a shaft. It means that it shows a circular object. Okay, and if you observe lines over here, what does it mean?
It is filled.
It means that the entire shaft is a solid. Okay, अगर ये यहाँ पे section lines है, section line का मीनिंग पता है, इंजीनियरिंग ग्राफिक्स में पढ़ा होगा, it represent a solid object. Section line, ये जो लाइन है ना, ये यहाँ पे तो अभी टॉलरेंस के लिए दी हुई है, but such kind of lines are used to represent the solid objects. Okay, जनरल लिमिट्स के लिए भी दोनों साइड से लाइन होनी है. Okay, अगर सिंगल साइड से ऐसी लाइन होगी एक लाइन, so it shows a solid object. So now this is blank, it means that this is a hollow shaft, and if you have the section lines over here, it means that it is a solid shaft. Clear? Yes. So this is your maximum metal limit and minimal metal limit. Okay, MML and LML. So these are again useful during the whole shaft assembly, whole assembly and the shaft assembly part. Okay, so we'll stop over here now because we are having this one more chapter, that is we'll start with the types of feed.